I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Kubal. Here's a look at your Local 5 weather impact forecast. Temperatures tonight taking that big tumble. We're going to be back in the 40s. In fact, some places in northern Iowa, I do think some mid-30s in store. And while there's not a frost advisory into the state, I would watch northern and northeastern Iowa for the possibility of a couple of patches that try to get going. Those frost advisories and freeze warnings, though, just off to our northern edge. Not too far away. I actually don't see a scenario where they work their way down into Iowa in the coming nights. In fact, we'll be on a warming trend past tonight, down to 35 in Decorah, 36 in Mason City. Those would be the most susceptible areas to wake up to a bit of frost in the grass or on the windshield. Not so much in central Iowa. I think the growing season goes on for another day. Fall colors starting to work their way in, especially into northern, northeastern Iowa. There is some moderate color popping into the fall colors there. Peak is expected in northern Iowa through the middle of October, late October in southern Iowa. Now going forward, pretty quiet stretch. One little blip on Friday as a weak cold front moves through, but better prospects ahead into early next week. So not much here on Futurecast. We'll be greeted tomorrow morning to those cooler temperatures, but a lot of sunshine in view here as we continue on. We'll bounce back into the upper 60s. Maybe if we're lucky, a community or two makes it to 70 degrees. Here comes that weak cold front that I alluded to on Thursday. I think it's too dry of a scenario to get anything to fall from those clouds, but it will be inching its way closer. And as it does work its way eastward into eastern Iowa, there is a scenario there that could see a couple of showers or even a thunder shower pop up over the eastern part of the state. Over the next 7 days, we're not looking at a load of rainfall here. In fact, pretty generally light amounts expected, and most of that tailored to the next Monday and Tuesday timeframe. 44 degrees tonight in Des Moines. Again, greater central Iowa is going to be a little bit cooler. In northern Iowa, that nip of frost will be possible. 68 on your Wednesday, and temperatures looking at the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees across much of central Iowa. Now the long run continues to hold. Temperatures running a bit warmer than the average, but generally speaking, those readings are going to be holding fairly still at a time when our average temperature is dropping. For the month of October, that average high is about 63 degrees. Let's get a look at that 10-day forecast, and we'll bounce around a couple of features of note, some fronts moving through, some disturbances that may fluctuate the temperature a little bit, but generally holding fairly steady out into the day 6 through 10 time frame. Just those temperatures running a bit above the average as that average high does slip by then back into the mid 60s, which is typical for that average high.